Diamond Dot's Therapeutic Craft presentation by Jennifer Moore. For my therapeutic craft, I chose a Diamond Dots kit because I've always wanted to create one. I chose the image of Van Gogh's Starry Night because it reminds me of my son's painting that incorporated the Long Beach City skyline into his version of Starry Night. The tools, supplies, and equipment that I used to perform my therapeutic craft included a pin tool, a sticky canvas, a tray, stones, wax, a lamp, tape, plastic sheet, plastic bag, and a box for storage. The area of occupation that I would classify my therapeutic craft project is in the occupation of education because I am performing this project as an assignment and I am learning and documenting each step of the process of creating it. Although my project was an assignment, I feel that the performance of it fits into an informal educational experience because I'm studying the way I use my body and mind to do the project and not the project itself. I ended up using two different workspaces due to neck irritation while working at the dining room table and lower back irritation while working in the living room. The main steps included peeling the plastic film away from the canvas every time, loading the wax onto the pen tip, locating the stone color that matches the symbol using the chart, loading the stone onto the pen tip from the tray, pushing the stone into the correct symbol on the canvas, lifting the pen tool up and away from the stone, and repeating until the symbols were all filled up with stones. The two main body structures that I used to perform my therapeutic craft were my hands and my eyes. I used my hands to produce the fine motor movements that were needed to grasp the pen tool, load the stones onto the pen tool tip, and put them into place on the canvas. My eyes were imperative throughout the entire process of my therapeutic craft by helping me to locate and identify the correct tools, symbols, numbers, and colors of stones. Plus, they helped me to align the pen tool tip to pick up the stones and to align the stones within the correct square. The two essential body functions that I used during my craft were attention and energy and drive. My full attention was required to perform fine motor skills, to locate the correct symbols and to pick up and place the stones correctly. Energy and drive were required to perform the activity for the required amounts of time. Unfortunately, I found the repetitiveness of the craft very boring and tiresome and had to continually motivate and rally myself to continue. The three performance skills that I felt were critical to my performance of my craft were grip, chooses, and flow. The use of the three-finger grip was paramount in the ability to use the pen tool correctly. Without the ability to grip, I would not be able to use the pen tool to pick up and apply the stones. The performance skill of chooses was extremely important because I had to follow the chart and choose the correct stone color that matched the symbol on the chart. Otherwise, the picture on the canvas would end up not resembling the intended art piece. The performance skill of flow was necessary in order to keep the stone on the pen tool tip. If my arm or hands were shaky or bumped into something, the stone would have fallen off the pen tip. One way that would make my therapeutic craft more challenging would be to use tweezers to pick up and place the stones instead of the pen tool. The tweezers would demand a much higher level of concentration and fine motor skills than the pen tool, as well as add additional time needed to complete it. One way that I would adapt my therapeutic craft to make it easier to perform is to create a tool that will allow for multiple stones to be placed at one time. I feel that this would help to reduce the time that it takes to create a finished piece. The therapeutic outcome that I experienced while completing this craft was role competence because my craft was chosen in order to comply with an assignment. This is my project of 15 hours. I estimate that I will have it completed in 6 more hours. Thank you for watching.